Hey guys, welcome to another episode where we bear it all with Jay and Jay. You're so happy today.
I am. I'm happy every day.
I don't know about that one.
So yes, Bear It All, the podcast. Welcome everybody. Thank you for watching another show with us.
Listening to our shenanigans.
Yes, and we have a special guest. So I'm going to let our guest introduce himself, including any ats and whatever social media you have out there.
I promise I'm not special at all.
You are.
I'm Michael Avery. Thank you for having me, ladies. Really
Of course.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Look forward to a unpredictable show.
Well, I'm going to agree with you because it's actually unpredictable for me sometimes too.
You know what? Just because you don't listen to when we have our meetings.
I do listen. I do listen.
No, she
My
doesn't.
mind has been clouded lately, but I do listen.
What was today's meeting about?
Well,
It
we
wasn't-
always meet before our
Yeah,
podcast just to go
before
over,
the show,
you know.
yeah.
Sounds like you'll always meet.
Yes.
Well, that's true too. We do
And
always.
yesterday
meet.
was very interesting.
Look at you
so-
interviewing us. What is your social media?
Yeah, who are you? Who are you? What do you do?
So, again, I'm Michael Avery. I'm general manager of Roar Nightclub in Philadelphia.
Roar.
At Roar Philly, Philly's
Yes.
best nightclub.
Pew 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 pew.
These two wonderful young ladies have been here. See, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Straight up.
Roar's
They've
actually
been there.
really, it's really nice in there, especially like
Thank
the
you,
even
thank
the we've been there several times, like
Oh,
the
yes.
inside.
We
it's
did the
like little
brunch, remember, with the watermelon?
Yeah,
And the hookah.
I remember.
Oh, listen,
Yes.
we have plenty coming up this year. We have plenty coming up. So
Especially with the weather being nice.
with the weather, we have the outside deck part, which has our pool, so the pool, food, hookah, and drinks. But then we also partner with PSC Gym in South Philly. So they have the biggest pool, biggest outdoor space since like Vesper Day Club.
Oh, okay.
So-
Wait, you said pool? You guys have a pool?
It's actual pool, yeah.
Since when?
They had a
What
pool
was
when we
that?
were there.
Yeah, but that wasn't for us to swim in.
No, not at that moment.
Not that moment, but like this summer, like the pool will be ready. Like I have
Right.
the pool ready so everybody can like
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I saw a little water. It was a little brown. That was
Yeah.
on the outside. You know, I didn't think that was
winterized.
okay.
winterized.
I did not know. Okay, good.
The pool's been emptied and power
That's good
washed
to
in.
know. Okay, all right,
Well,
good.
clean and ready.
We're paying doing all the procedures.
And you're teaming up with Vesper?
No, Vesper had two locations. They had the downtown, then they had the day club. The day club was the one that everybody went to with the open pool space.
Yeah.
That property closed.
Oh, did it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there has been like a real pool location for people to publicly enjoy.
Yeah.
For grown folks.
Yeah, so
Right.
everybody kind of has to like the
Not
W,
children,
the W,
okay?
or
You don't wanna
some other
go-
location. Yeah, don't
And-
bring the kids.
No grown and
Right.
sexy with the you
With
know.
the little ones, right?
Yeah, this is open format Vegas style. Lots of fun.
Yes.
Very nice. So, other than being the general manager of Roar, I know you do a lot of other things as well. Would you like to put that out there? Because you're a plethora of skills over here.
Well, I do photography. I've shot with you before.
Yes.
But not with
Well,
us.
I have no.
What's going on?
We need to update the portfolio.
Oh,
we need
okay.
updated content. Yes.
Hey.
No, I do photography. I've worked with different groups, a lot of different models, all across. Took a little hiatus from it, just because I was busy with different nightclubs. Went from B-side to helping. I think it was like at Noto for maybe like 2 months. Then open up Sin City. Then open up Roar, but photography's back in the focus. Was helping with the Dior and Louis Vuitton modeling casting call in Miami. That was for Art Basel. I have Wilhelmina. Shout out to them. Thank you to them. Their New York office is coming down to Roar for their official casting call.
Really?
Right.
For the
I want to do
Philadelphia
some
location.
modeling again.
And what day is that?
Plus size
This is going to
modeling.
be this coming. I'm sorry. This is the 29th, Saturday the 29th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And whoever
This
wants
is
to.
open.
Where do they
Completely
register
open.
or they just walk
They
in?
can just show up.
And what are the
Show up.
ages?
Ages. So the ages are you have. They're doing the kids as well. So
Oh,
they're doing
okay.
everybody's complete range. So it's going to be, I believe, 15 for the females, 17 for the males. Those ages on up. Yeah, of course they want they're looking for like a certain height and certain requirements, but they
Right.
say show up anyway. you know,
Right.
come
Now, are they showing up with a portfolio, or are they just showing up with body? And what would you prefer them to wear?
So what you should do versus what people do, or some things. What you should do is have a comp card.
Yeah.
You have a comp card, physical, digital, something that says, name, height, all your measurements, sample pictures, or you have usually like a portfolio. If you have a physical one or a digital one, usually choose only like maybe your 3 to 6 best photos, and then you give these to these agencies. Some that being headshots, torso, and then full body.
Right.
And then that way they see the full you, no edits. They like the raw images to see you, how you are, and then basically that's how they select from there.
Now, when you show up, a lot of these modeling agencies don't want you to wear like a lot of makeup or lashes or even nails at some point. So, how should they show up, and what should they wear?
Just come bare. Just like you were saying, like for the ladies, very minimal makeup. You don't have to come completely barefaced, but just very minimal. The extra long fingernails, eyelash extensions, all of that.
The full face of makeup they don't want to see. Yeah.
Full face, fully beat. Don't do any of that.
Right.
Because they want to see, it's like you're a blank canvas. What can we do with you? Are you versatile? Can I put you in this concept, this theme over here, this or that? Or are you going to be like a one-lane, one-dimensional person?
Right.
Fashion, luxury, sexy, urban, vintage.
I remember back in the day when I used to model, because I had freckles. So freckles now are like big, but back then they would try to cover them up. So it's like now people are getting them tattooed on their face. Yeah. So like they would say like light concealer, but like they don't want they want to see like what they can do with you.
Yeah, they just want to see like what's out there. The modeling world has become more open. It's definitely more open. They again, like for example, certain height requirements. I know models professionally in the industry who are actually shorter than what's requirement, and then
because it used to be capped at like 5'7" was like the
5'7" is what they
was
had.
Like the absolute minimum. Yeah,
I've seen a couple 5'4s, 5'5s in there as well. And then also the biggest thing was the size of the model,
right?
Which was a certain thing.
Hungry.
Are they doing BBLs? BBWs?
I think maybe one or two might have slid in the full blown commercial world who have that. I still wouldn't say it's a thing yet for them, not for the bigger companies.
Right.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Right.
Well, yeah, I mean, you see what's happening with BBL. Some are trying to go more natural, but then now they're saying, okay, now it's going reverse. Now people are getting them undone.
Right.
Ladies,
yes.
So,
yeah, these trends they come and go.
But
for sure.
I will say that I do like the fact that modeling isn't just capped in one area. It's super skinny. It's like if you're tall, then you're a good fit. Now it's like it doesn't matter if you have a gap, if you're a little heavier. There's somewhere for the kind of hair you have. You can still be natural in your natural state. So it is nice to see.
It's finally good that the creative world has opened up to different ideas.
For sure.
So how? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying just like a couple years ago, like even just walking around like New York, I realized like I look at Nike, and I'm looking at some of the campaign shoots they're putting out. It wasn't just based on like just sneakers.
Right.
What they had, it was their full blown apparel, but it was so creative and the concepts you could tell were, actually of a color. I'm like, someone of color had to really do this. You know what I mean? So it's good to see. I like where the creative world is headed.
So how can people connect with you? Like your different platforms, how do they get in touch with you for photography?
So my Instagram is Avery_Untold. That is the personal page, and that is the only page.
Okay. So do you have a website for your photography?
So the website for the photography is untoldvisions.com. Untold Visions is basically my photography.
I should have brought my Untold bag.
Yes, the Untold
I
book
forgot.
bag. Yes, that is vintage. Put that in the glass case because that is the only one there is that exists.
So it's gonna be worth a lot of money one day. I'm keeping it.
Hopefully. Yeah, no, you have the only one. I do plan on dropping some new Untold apparel.
Nice, very
this
good.
year, so start off with the summer, see how it is.
All right.
Awesome.
A couple shorts and t-shirts.
All right. Well, let's move it on along. So we're going to do our battle game. La, la, la. Are you guys ready? So this battle game is going to be between our lovely guest, Michael Avery, and our lovely host, Jay.
Oh, what, not you?
No, I'm going to be the host because I can know all the answers.
Oh.
Okay, so here we go. Whatever. Anyway, this is very...
She should be a game host. She should be a game show host.
Listen.
In her next...
I've heard that so many
career.
times. The different parties I've hosted in the past years, people are like, oh, you should be an event planner, a host, or whatever. It just, I don't have time for all that. Anyway.
Running back, wide receiver, MMA fighter.
I am a wide receiver. Tonight, I have a doubleheader. So, yes, I will be catching balls and making some touchdowns. Anyway.
Catching what?
Balls.
Okay.
Of course. That's all I catch is balls. Anyway,
Really?
So, yes.
Oh, okay.
It is. You
You
know that.
usually
right?
catch people with the stutter. I forgot in here there's no shame in the game.
Oh,
There
yeah,
is no
Yes,
shame.
I catch it, and this is what I catch all
Yeah, she
different
catches the
sizes.
ball.
Yes, all sizes.
Salted, unsalted.
All sizes.
Love salted
I
is
can't.
fine. Little big. Yeah, yes, it's fine. It's fine. I don't discriminate. Flavors. I love a little flavor every now and again. Anyways, okay.
She shot out.
Back to PG. All right, I'm gonna ask you first.
Okay.
And if you don't get what's on this particular list, then I'll go to you and see if you get any more than he does.
Okay.
Okay? So the question is, and don't say anything, name someone who gets paid to wear a mask. And whatever you say has to be on this list.
Okay. Doctors,
Okay?
welders,
Yes?
bomb specialist, bomb.
Okay, that's a negative.
Let's see, wear a mask. Scuba divers, is that a job?
No, it's not on here. You get one more guess. If you get wrong, then it's going to move on.
Wear a mask. Woo. I don't know. Everybody pops in mind because of COVID.
Right?
I don't know. I'm gonna say
Okay.
cook, or I'll pass.
What'd you say?
I was gonna say cook.
A cook?
Yeah.
Negative. All right, he got two. Same question for you. Name someone who gets paid to wear a mask. Cannot name what he has already named. He got two. Let's see how many you can get. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. And think outside the box, please.
I'm so trying. I don't know what they would be called. A dom?
Of course, she would think it. Of course. Did I say PG? I said PG.
Oh, I thought it was PG at that moment. Okay. All right. All right. Forgot I said that. A dentist?
So you got two wrong. You get one more wrong.
Wait, but you
You
counted
said
that?
dom.
Okay.
Because you said it.
Yeah.
I don't play around.
He's belittling questions.
An opera singer?
What?
Oh, I know. I don't
You
know.
already got 3 wrong.
Oh.
It's over for
Like
you.
Phantom of the Opera? Like
Listen, these answers are outside the box. And remember, on these Family Feud type quote unquote games, they're asking 100 most likely Caucasian people. So you got to think Caucasianly. Anyway,
Caucasianly.
the answer: hockey goalie, clown, Batman, Disney mascot, fireman, and Spider-Man. I didn't come up with these answers. All right.
Womp, womp, womp.
All right. The second one.
What? Like 3 of them were the same answer?
I know. Just remember who they're asking these answers to.
Caucasianly. Like, I think that's a word.
Okay, I'll start with you this time.
Okay.
Name something you can find sand in after a beach day.
In your swimwear, your bathing suit or swimming trunks.
Okay.
PG.
Swimsuit.
In your toes,
Okay. Body.
in your shoes.
Shoes and clothes go together.
Okay. In your mouth, in your hair. Is that all the same?
Wrong,
No?
wrong.
Okay.
Body and hair together. You get one more.
In your booty hole.
You already said body.
No, what's that?
It was the lip poke out for booty. That was hilarious.
In your vehicle.
That is not on the list.
Okay.
So you got 2. All right. Same question for you. Name something you find sand in after a day at the beach. She already said shoes, clothes, body hair, and swimsuit.
Your shower.
Wrong. That's a good one, though, but remember who we're asking.
Caucasianly.
Ooh. The bags of the cooler, like anything you took down.
Okay, that's one.
Man. Do towels count?
That's one.
Okay. And
If you get one more, you beat her.
oh shit.
There's 2 more left on the list that you guys haven't guessed.
If you go to the beach, you find afterwards. I don't know. I'm gonna just say the house.
Okay, that's a good one, but that's wrong. So she got you. Wow, y'all tied 2 and 2. So
I only got 2?
basically, yeah, because shoes and clothes were 1 and body and hair was 1, according to this list. I didn't make this game. I didn't make this game up. I just chose it. So the last 2 was shells and money and coins. Like I said, guess who's making up these
Never
answers?
pull that list out again. Ever.
Shells.
Ever. I can't. I'm done with it.
Okay, moving on.
Anyway.
Moving on to our topic for today. So our topic today is about casual dating. All of you guys out here on these dating sites, networking at Roar, and all these other places, and you're casually dating, you're dating multiple people. So what are the rules and guidelines behind casual dating? So what do you think? Is it okay to date multiple people? Do you try to focus on 1 to 3 people? What do you feel about casual dating, and what some guidelines you think should be there in place?
I feel like today's day and age, you got to start off with, this is just my opinion. Just say.
It's okay.
You know. People
And this
are
is
like,
not dating with
Right.
like intention. This is just.
It
like,
could be
you know.
dating with intention,
But
that's
casually,
why you
you know.
casually date to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
find
This is just
someone-
casually dating we're talking about.
I mean, casual dating. I mean, just start like, why do people date? I mean, so I would say definitely rule is communication.
For sure.
Start off with what your intentions are, which a lot of people don't. We know a lot of
Exactly.
people hide that.
Right. A lot of men.
It could all be so simple.
It could
Said
be
a lot of men.
Well, no, if it's
Like, is it just for sex? Is it because we're working to get to know each other so we can possibly be in a relationship?
sex
Or
relationship? I want money.
Yes.
Whatever it may be, like just,
hey, maybe I should start doing. Maybe I should.
just say what it is, versus oh yeah, I'm interested in you, and then 2-3 weeks, and then you finally get that opportunity in bed, and then peace out.
Right.
Oh, I have a question for
Or-
you after that.
A big thing then besides communication is the finances. A lot of things that we hear people talk about is, okay, who are you paying for the full thing? Are you splitting with the female?
Are you is somebody courting the other person? Like, is the man gonna court the other person, and then they're supposed to, the other woman, and she's supposed to, he's supposed to pay for everything, and does she hold out of sex because of that? Like, there's so many.
Right. If a man pays for dinner, is the woman obligated to give sex?
No.
Okay.
That starts back with communication. I mean, the first date, the moving too fast thing. I feel like people need to slow down. That's like the 1-2 combo. Yeah, let me take you out to lunch or dinner, because then afterwards we're gonna get dessert and smash, and then
Right.
see what happens after that.
Right.
That's the 1-2 combo. That's the automatic go to. Hey, let's go get something to eat. Let's go to the movies. I don't think a lot of people get to really understand each other. They don't get to really learn about the other person, who they are. That's the substance. That's the longevity for the people who are, number one, who are married. I hate marriage. No, you're just not good at relationships.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it's like, well, if you don't want a relation, you're not looking for a relationship, like a long-term commitment right now. Like, even though you're not looking for it, doesn't mean it can't happen. But if you're just dating somebody, should me as a single woman be dating? Well, all right, I'm gonna date this guy. Oh, I like this guy. You know, I'm getting to know this guy. Should I have multiple different like guys that I'm dating because I'm trying to get to know all of them so I can cross them off the line. Oh, not going with that one.
I've always said it's good to have options.
Do you have to tell the other guys or girls that you're dating multiple people?
You don't have to. I think the key factor behind that question is, are you fucking them? Like, you know, are you having sex with them?
Because then are you having sex with condoms?
I don't think that, yeah, because then it's like, okay, are you use condoms raw? Because then the female's like, okay, because we just went raw last night, you know, what's going on? You know what I mean?
You're going raw with like 10 people now.
Yeah, now, you know, now it's an issue. But, you know, I don't, if we're talking just really getting to know people and really just slowing it down for a bit, you know, that's why I think all these relationships nowadays break apart fast, you know.
Because people are having sex first
that's
too
what
soon.
I was going to ask too.
I mean, that's all people care about is sex. Like, you hear the preaching of, like, okay, this is...
Well,
I might be
there's nothing
ranting
wrong
on the
with
nightlife
sex.
standard. I'm a good woman, and I need a man. Yo, he was just with, like, 5 guys this week.
Right.
In the club. Like, what are you talking about? Right. You know, it's just like, you got to really practice what you preach, okay? If you want to be a good person, be a good person. You know, a lot of people... If that one person goes sleeping around the city... And then you really find this one person that you're like, okay, like I will literally do anything to be with this person. And then it's like, nah, you a hoe. You know.
Well, yeah, I mean, it comes. I feel like that comes back to like the respect piece. You know, like what's your self-worth. Yeah. I mean, but there's also like that fine line because just because somebody wants to have sex doesn't mean that you know they're a hoe. Like they enjoy having sex. And I think that's
I think what he's saying is if someone is having sex with multiple people in the same circle, but yet they want a particular person in that circle to be there.
Yeah, like someone's going to be like, okay, if they know 3 people you slept with, it's like, I can't walk down the aisle with you. Then someone at the wedding, like, yeah, I had a piece of that.
Right.
You know, that's their perspective. That's how you know people are.
Well, if you're living in the same area, I mean, somebody's going to have a piece of it.
Yeah, somebody's going to have a piece of it. Somebody.
Yeah, because it's like the celebrities. They're all they're kind of in the same circles, and they're all kind of
it's like somebody's going to have a piece of it
with each other.
You know?
I'm just cracking up how everybody just said it.
So when you're able to put that in the past? Like, oh, she he may have hooked up with him or her, but we have something different. We have something meaningful, and this is what I want to focus on. Can that happen?
It can happen. Yeah, it can happen. Okay. Again, everything is communication. I've seen the stuff where I personally wouldn't find stuff like acceptable, where I would be like, ew, that's kind of rough. How are you going to tell that person?
Well, if your boy was like running a train with him and you know a couple others, and then on some girl, and then you know you end up liking her, you're like, nah, stay focused, stay focused.
Yeah, if you still end up liking her, you got a problem.
Wait, so would you snitch though if you knew a girl was hooking up with a couple dudes and a friend of yours was like, oh, I really like her. Would you say, oh, well, she was just smashing these other 2 dudes? Would you say that?
I don't know her. That's my boy, yes. Bro,
okay.
Don't do it. Just don't.
But if you know her and you're friends with your boy, like, would you say if you know her too?
Ooh, here's where like.
Yeah, it gets a little.
Fine line of mind your business versus help. Because I kind of want to say, okay, it depends on closer with,
right?
In a sense, to which you're kind of like, all right, just let it play out. You know, see how it goes. See if y'all really can hold on. You know.
But what if you're what if you met somebody, right, or you know somebody, like say there's a female and you have a group of guys, or you know it's a circle of friends, right, and you know they all want this. You guys all want this girl, right, and say. Maybe she hooked up with this one dude, you know, and she was dealing with him for a few years or whatever. And then that didn't work out. And then she ended up dealing with another one, you know. But you really wanted her and she was available. Would you try it? Like you wanted her in a different way, not just, you know, sexually. But you really liked her. You had like a connection with her. Would you do it?
Me personally?
Yeah.
No. Me, I'm
Because she messed with some of your other friends?
Yeah, for me, that's just automatic, no. Some guys are okay with that from the more casual standpoint of, okay, oh yeah, bro, I hit, that was good. And I was like, all right, yeah,
But what if it, okay.
But deeper on like on a casual.
Yeah.
But on a, yeah, my man's hit, but I don't want to be in a relationship with her.
Yeah.
That's like one of the bro code no's. But then again, you do find some awkward situations.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I'm
hear about
sure.
some weird,
especially in the lifestyle that you're working in. I'm sure you see all kinds of different people, coming in and out, see each other. Then all of a sudden, she was with, or he was with, and now they with. You know what I mean? Like
it always happens. Going back to the question, like, can you date multiple people? It's like, yeah, you know what I mean. Even if you call what some people might say is the middle ground, the situationship, where you don't know exactly what the title is or what's going on, but we're fucking and we're always together and we're going on a lot of dates and what are we exactly?
Right.
I've seen those play out to where they'll straight up ask, like that's usually one of the first questions in the situationships.
Right.
How many other people are you dealing with?
Right.
Listen, I got one.
Well, would you be honest?
I'll be honest.
I have a couple friends. That's what you would say.
Whatever it is. You know why? Because I've seen people be honest, and you see a face for a 0.5, but it works out way much better.
Right.
The communication, the comfortability, that's really that sets the foundation from anything moving forward. Whether it doesn't work or you were that open and honest with me from the start that I feel like I could really trust you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you see it go in a good way.
Right.
But I really never seen anything bad come from it. Where if it was just like, okay, that's fine, I respect that. But if we're going to do with each other, then you have to cut them off. And let the decisions be made.
Because then your feelings start getting involved.
Right. Yeah,
and now you want to be selfish.
I will say that from a guy's perspective, I feel like the women are more understanding. But in my personal experience, when I'm honest to guys, they cannot handle it.
That's because guys are more emotional.
She's definitely brutally honest.
I am very brutally honest. Like, a guy will come to me and say, are you dating right now? I said, well, I'm really just dealing with like 2 people at this time. And I'm not saying currently, I'm just saying at this time with this guy asked me this. Right. And I'm like, yeah, one's out of town. When he comes in town, we go out, we hang out, and yes, we do hook up. And then there's one that's kind of close in town, then we hook up and we hang out and we have a good time. But we could never be more than that because of certain particular, specific things that they want or that I want and that we can't align for a longer future. Right. So we just kind of keep it casual, and we are okay with that. But the third dude that came into the picture was like, no. I can't handle that. It's either you date me or you don't date anybody. Right. So it's like,
I feel like that's like territorial. It's like a territorial piece with men. Like, because men, it's like, especially if they like something or if maybe they like the sex, whatever, they don't want no other man to.
Yes,
they don't want the
why would
competition.
I put all my eggs in one basket? I just met this person. So now you're saying I have to let go of my 2, situationships somewhat, just so I can date you. And then what if something happens with you? Like, I guess I could go back to my situation just because that's what it is. Typically you can go back, but still, like, why would I do that?
I mean,
why are guys, and I say a lot of guys are like that. They're like, oh, I don't want you seeing nobody else but me.
No, I mean, guys are territorial. I think it's more so of a ego thing, a pride thing, versus women being territorial but being emotional. I think that's the difference.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference because guys are in a sense more emotional than women are. You know what I mean?
They can be for sure.
We know.
Listen.
We know.
One thing cake can eat it too, but when it goes
south,
it goes south
can't
hard.
handle it.
The joke is when you think about another man having your woman in a certain position or doing a certain thing that you taught her, your heart is hurting. Your heart is hurting.
Especially she's like the one that
Right. No, I understand that.
No, it's true.
Yeah, it's women are, like I said, more emotional.
It just like cracks me up because I did see like a clip of women's like women should should really date like multiple people, 3 to 5 people. You know, like go out this day.
That doesn't mean hook up with 3 to 5 people. It just means you're dating around.
Date, get to know. But then you also do want to try maybe something. But then if it's like, you know,
I think it's all tedious. Like you have to learn yourself, learn what you like, what you don't like.
Right.
And then 2, you have to learn about the other person because there's nothing wrong with sampling. You know what I mean? There's because at the same time you could say, okay, 9, you have check boxes. 9 out of 10 are great, but then the 10th box,
right? Well, that's what I was, and I've told this story somewhat on another show, but I had went on a date outside my box for we went on 3 dates. We had great dates. The dates went great. Okay,
fun, loving.
So I was like, all right, I guess because everybody wants
definitely
to
outside the box
hook up at some point. So I'm like, all right, we went on 3 dates. The 3 dates went really well. All right, I'm going to give him some. So we ended up doing the deed, and it was not it. It was not it. And I haven't talked to him. Well, I have talked to him, but I haven't
so nice.
met with him since then. And he's a good dude, but it's like and sex to me is very important. So I need that to be high level.
The guys at home are like, how many days did we go on? They're all counting out, trying to filter out who she talking about.
Oh, I know. Whoever's watching is probably like, damn, she's talking about me. So she had to friend zone him.
Oh, but he was already friend zoned. We were friends. And then,
it was triple friend zone.
But it wasn't just that. There were some other things too. But that was like a major thing for sure for me. Like, is it important to you? Does the sex have to be like... How important is it to you?
For me, it does. You hear different things, like how different people are, like on their sexual level. High sex levels versus not. And I think to each their own. I'm saying for me personally, yes. When you're used to having a certain level,
I feel like people say that. People act like, oh, like sex is really high on my list, but then when you get with them, you be like, I thought it was high. Like, what are you coming with? This is like D. This is like D work. This isn't A work.
Yeah, because that is important. Just in one factor, I would say it's important in the other end because someone could love spontaneous. They could love the thrill, the excitement, or again, you had your experience, but then let's say, okay, damn, this guy is great. This other guy is, but it's wow every time we do it.
Oh, he's still gonna be in the running.
Oh, but I had that situation too. This one guy, and we went on one date, and we had multiple times we were hooking up, and it was amazing. But at this point in my life, like, okay, it's amazing, but I want more than just that. I want more.
It's hard to get both.
So it is hard to get both. It's hard to get great,
this is why I'm single forever.
And then have a man that wants a serious relationship because he doesn't want to.
Let me flip the script. Why do you think dating is so much harder today?
I think because there's so much. I think it also has to do with social media. People think they have more options than they do, realistically. They think that I get all these likes, all these women love me and they want me. They don't.
Right.
They don't.
I think
you know what I'm saying. They're just liking a picture. That doesn't mean they want you. Sometimes yes, but most of the time no.
There's a lot of falsification in just people because of social media. Like as opposed to you actually had no choice but to get to know somebody based off of your actual in-person connection. Now it's just like everybody wants a text. How you doing? How's your day? Like, I don't care what you ate. I don't care unless I actually care about you or, it's like.
Oh my God. These good morning texts. Yes.
Are you sending me lunch?
He's sending 5 people good morning texts. Oh, what'd you eat today? Why? Are you
buying my lunch?
Are you sending me lunch? Is that why you're asking me?
What am I responsible to be? What did you eat? Spaghetti.
Right.
All right, sounds good.
Exactly. It's like, why do people do that?
Now people want pen pals. I feel like people want a sense of belonging, and I don't. I hate. Yeah, I can't stand that. So now I think I can answer this question. If you would ask me this maybe 15 years ago or whatever, the answer would have been different. But now, because I am like, I know what the things that I want, what, kind of like makes me tick, what I thrive on. So now I would date with a purpose. Like, I know what I want in a man. Like, so all the other nonsense, like, I don't want that.
But it is nice to find a dude and that you have a passionate, intimate connection with, and you can have like amazing sex. And, if that's all you have right now, I'm holding on to that. I mean, I fumbled one, but I'm holding on to it as much as I can.
I try to fix it. I try to always fix the situations. I'm the fixer.
If y'all ever get text from me, it's probably from her. Just so y'all know, okay, it's her.
Well, if it's a kind text.
No,
if it's like, okay, well, this isn't working for me. Then it's from her.
Who's sending out the hey big head text?
That's her.
Circling the block.
I'm sending the kind ones. Oh hi, how are you?
No, she's not. She's saying, "Are you coming over and give me that right now? Are you coming to lick this wet pussy now?"
Because I know what she would say.
You seem more like the feminine type to do that. She's like the pretty thug. So what's up?
See, everybody else sees it, says it different.
Which is so opposite. So that's why we joke around and say she's a nigga and I'm.
Typically, I'm the dude and she's the princess.
You think?
Typically, that's how it's been.
I'm just very. I think I'm very outspoken and I don't have a problem with approaching anybody. Like if I'm interested in somebody, she's more like, do you see me sitting over here? Get over here.
Why do you think men have a problem with outspoken women?
In general. Because I feel like it makes them feel like a little inferior, like they're not. I think men want like a submissive women probably most of the time.
I just feel like if they feel like they can't control that woman, and she's just going to say and do whatever she wants, regardless of how he feels or whatever. Yeah. A lot of guys like to be able to, put their woman in this little mold and say, okay, this is how I want you to be. But if a woman is very independent, outspoken, wants to, make sure her opinion is said, some guys don't like that in a woman. They want to be able to say, oh, you can speak, not to say like they're giving permission, but when you can speak on this at this time.
Well, that's what you did to me last
you know
time.
what I mean?
I didn't tell you to speak.
I know, but.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
She's just a pretty nigga. No, but I mean, as far as the outspoken, as far as the outspoken piece, like I know how to tone it down. Like I will never try to make a man feel like damn, you're just trying to run the show. Like that's not what I'm very particular. I like to get things done. Like I don't like to waste time. But I'm not going to be outspoken where it's like I know the whole like. I'm not,
and that's why she got the ring now, because she's a submissive woman. Submissive woman.
The submissive dom.
She's submissive when she needs to be, but she
like,
can break right out of that real quick.
I'll get what I'll go. How do I say this?
Now go ahead with the first one.
Right, exactly.
We know you're going to say.
Spit it out.
Okay, I'll get what I want. At the time, but I still am like a little reserved. Like I'm more on the reserve side. She's a little less reserved than I am. I'm more like
in certain situations.
Yeah, so I'm more like reserved and like, I kind of like got to feel the situation, the scene, the person.
Even like, so that's, to me, that's why like a man should just worry about just being a man.
Right, that's what I want.
A man should just worry about being a man from all aspects, from A to Z. You know
just
what I mean?
Just be who you are.
Because,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, just because, like, even having, like, if someone has an outspoken woman, usually the outspoken woman are usually, like, the bosses. You know what I mean? If I'm a man, if I'm doing manly shit, if I'm a boss, and my woman's a boss, do your thing. Go ahead. You know what I mean? Like, women today, honestly, in my opinion, are better at business than men are. More punctual, can speak up, communicate things a lot better. That's why I don't get that, because at the same time I find that outspoken women, when they know that their man is a man and they're doing man stuff, they'll be the outspoken, but like you said, they'll go back and be like, that's my man, he's making the decision because he's my man. Yes, I have my opinion, certain things which I think 50-50 is good, like,
But that's like with the whole leading, you know, we talked about that before, like a man knowing how, like I want a man that knows how to lead, like, and that can be led, because there's times when it may, you know, call for me leading you, me taking the front seat, the driver's seat, and that should just
With
be okay.
whatever, with
Right. That
whatever,
should be
you know
just
what I
be
mean?
okay. But I feel like now it's like the whole dating thing. I mean, I'm picky as hell. I'm so picky. Like
She is.
so.
She has a certain type for sure. I could draw it. I could draw it on the dry erase board. Exactly the type of dude she is. Her,
But
is
like
her
I'm
type.
picky, so it's like I feel like, and I know sometimes it could be a fault, and so I try to like be, I try to say, you know what? Let me go out of my comfort zone a little bit. And where does that leave me?
But I think he's right. A strong man can handle and deal with a woman who's independent or
Yeah.
outspoken. But these men that don't have that, or insecure, or have
Yeah,
no
they're
confidence,
insecure.
they cannot handle a woman like that.
No.
And once they do get it, it goes. Then it goes
Yeah.
to shit.
Women are making more than men nowadays.
That is
You know what I
true.
mean?
Statistically, yes.
They may not hold as many high positions. You know, I'm not sure of all the statistics and analytics
Right.
out there. But if I had to take a guess, I would just say, okay, women, you know, from top to bottom, you know, okay, throwing it out there, OnlyFans. You know, it is what it is.
Right.
Keep forgetting to make
But-
mine. Jeez.
You know, at the same time, I can say guys make money, right?
Mm-hmm.
A girl, no job, sitting at home, but she's selling her feet pics for $500
Right.
to this guy who,
Hey,
you know, has
right here.
you know
That's
what I
my
mean?
next job.
It's all about working smarter, not harder.
Yeah, like,
so
you know,
if you can hustle and make money doing whatever it is that you're doing, and it's not, harming anybody or whatever, then you do what you got to do. Make that money.
We know
Right.
we got the women have the nails and the lashes. You know, there might be a little bit more. I don't want to say opportunities, but different. There's just different
There's
ways
a
that
lot
women
more.
can make
Yeah, I
money
feel like
than
there's a
men
lot more
can.
opportunities
Right.
for women than men
But it
now, anyway.
for men that shouldn't stop.
Right.
You know, anything. There's still jobs out here. There's still plenty of creative ways. You know, to make the money and really just like you said, put yourself in just a position. But you know, it goes back to the joking of the women always taking care of the man. See, this is the whole thing that just goes deeper and
Right.
deeper.
It
can
does. It
definitely
does.
go-
So are you single right now?
For me, no.
You're not. Okay. So when you were single, did you have multiple like chicks that you were dealing with at the same time?
Even back then, no.
No. So you're just a one woman man.
I'm just. I mean,
Even with casually dating.
To that man, it was. You know what? It was always back then. I was terrible. I was cut off real quick, and it wasn't even. That was before or after, the sex, and it was just like, okay, if there was something didn't like, I was always a lover. I was always thinking long term. I never thought about short term and just having my fun and
He's
really
a relationship
just.
So
guy.
you're a
Really just
relationship
enjoy
guy.
life.
What's your
Right.
sign?
And I'm a Capricorn.
Capricorn. Oh, really?
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Capricorn. So you just had a birthday a few months
January.
ago.
Yeah, for December.
December. Oh, okay. So you're the end of
late.
okay.
Oh, so you're close to a Sag.
Sag. She loves a Sag.
I do not, actually.
She loves a Sag.
Guess what time it is? It's time to pull it out. Y'all ready?
Ready.
Pull it out. All right. So you get to pull out one of those cards in there, and then
Oh, boy.
hand it to me. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. All right. So our pull-out segment today is going to be, does size matter? Now, it could be the size of the pussy. It could be the size of the dick. Whatever one you want to choose.
All right, first of all, pause. I've never had
Are
any
you stumped?
complaints.
You would what?
I'm like, let me.
He said he's never had any complaints.
I was trying to figure out what direction to attack
okay.
this from.
So I think
Personally,
maybe
for
you
me,
have to answer
I've
the
never
other.
had any complaints. None of my.
But do you think it matters? You think if you did have complaints, what would you be able to compensate for not having?
I mean, you gotta know how to work it if you don't have the.
Or you just gotta eat.
The usual. But I mean, again, today, luckily, there's more advanced ways for the growth to happen, for those unlucky.
Yeah, but there's only so much growth that can happen, though. When your anatomy is not there.
Overall, I would say it matters. I would say. Well,
so what about you? Size matter?
Yeah, definitely.
So what's your preference? What's your preference for oral? Big or small?
For me to do it, or them?
Yeah, for you.
Oh, I mean,
I don't know.
I prefer.
I'm asking you.
I prefer a hefty, a hefty penis
For oral?
just in general.
Okay, so
I'll work around anything,
for oral and
but
for
it's easier
penetration.
to give oral to a small penis. It's you don't have to. Your jaw.
Yeah, your jaw doesn't get as
so
tired.
Because
yeah,
there have been
I've
times.
had
right,
my
where that jaw was like, and then I
yeah.
couldn't. It was like clicking. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? TMJ is like not.
It was a little rough. Yes,
Lots of Motrin.
definitely.
But
So you got to use more hands when they're big like that. You got to use more hands, and you keep your mouth on the top, so your jaw
I've never
doesn't
been
get
that
as
lucky
tired.
to just do that because they always want to go.
They always want to go what? Why you always
All
saying
the way
you
in
know?
there.
They don't know. What did you know? They always want to what?
Shove it all the way in there.
So they want to stop the oral and do.
No, they just want to shove it all the way.
Oh, they want to shove it down your throat.
all the way down there. So,
Okay, yeah, they do want to do that. What do you? What if, is gagging? Do you like gagging? You like seeing that?
No, he doesn't.
No,
I could tell.
Not a requirement.
not a requirement.
It just has to be good.
Okay, okay.
Just no teeth, no.
Right.
Use all the other.
Right,
amenities.
right.
So what about you?
So I definitely prefer large for sure. Like,
Super large.
Now, what's
I'd
large?
say 8 to 10.
What's large to a woman?
I would say 8 to 10.
Because then you hear, oh my God, too big. Or
I've never had one too big.
We like large, but can't take it.
She never had one too
I never
big.
had one too big. No.
Back now, urchin. Can't even get it.
As soon as listen, I've been on the phone with her when she's like, "Bitch." Let me tell you, I didn't even know. I mean, no, I'm saying she's called me on the phone.
I thought you said she's on the phone for a while. Like,
no,
like, yo,
She would like that though.
this thing amazing.
She would like that though. If
I've done it.
FaceTime her,
you didn't know though. She held on the phone with her.
oh my God,
Set
you
the
guys.
FaceTime up by the teddy bear,
Right.
The lampstand.
No, but she's been on the phone like, I did not know it was gonna be like that. It is hefty.
Yeah, you know what? You know what I like when a guy, starts to like, when you're getting with them for the first time, you don't know what they're working with, and they get on top, and you put your hand down to like see what they working with, and it's real heavy, and it got some weight to it. I'm already like, I'm in heaven.
You grab the full thing.
I grab, like if they start kissing you and then they kind of go down and then they come back up and they kissing you and then you put your hand down just to see like, oh, okay, what they working with, you know what I'm saying? And if that thing heavy, whoo.
I'm telling you, I've been on. She's like, bitch, I did not know.
Yes.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Because sometimes I'd be surprised. Because sometimes when y'all walking around, you can't really tell sometimes. And then when you like get in the bedroom and then you start taking clothes off, the lights are dim, and then he take the draw, and he don't have his drawers off yet, but you reach down and you trying to see, okay, what he working with? Is it little? Is it thick? Is it long? Is it heavy?
So what you
That's
doing?
what I need to know.
So what you doing when you see the print beforehand? So you talking about.
So if I see the print
could
beforehand, it
always
all
not
depends
be-
on the print.
Yeah.
Because if the print is like bulging out, that could mean the balls are big and the thing is just sitting on the balls.
No, listen, the balls can only travel but so far, and they only head in one direction. If something's going left or right and not in the center lane,
Oh God,
if the print took an exit and it went around the jug handle and you see it going down the left lane. You know what I mean? You hopping in that lane, left turn signal?
She hopping in that lane, going
80 plus.
I'm hopping in. But what I'm going to say is, I'm
ain't lying.
going to hop in regardless. We're going to work with what you got to, and then if you don't know what you're working with and how to work it, then it's just not going to happen. But the thing is, it's like, for some reason on my algorithm on Instagram, when I'm just scrolling, all I'm seeing is all these dick prints. I'm like, why is that? Why am I seeing all
our
these
conversations
prints?
they recorded.
Why?
You already
Because
know.
it's like those guys jump roping with their thinking, going up and down. Why am I
hate
seeing
that.
this all on my Instagram?
I honestly hate that.
What's
I'm not even liking them.
So what's your thought when you see it? Does it bother you?
No, it don't bother me. I'm just like, oh shit. But I feel like
most,
you know what? And I feel like most, and don't nobody hate me for saying this. I feel like most straight guys aren't really doing that though.
Aren't doing what? I'm sorry.
Putting their prints all over the internet. I'm not saying all gay guys put their prints on the internet. Please don't nobody come for me. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like the ones that I've seen, most of them,
if you go to the profile, like,
yeah,
it's almost like this, like super thirsty type of, I don't know. I can't. It's like,
and I'm not saying they look amazing. They still look great, and they definitely working with something. But then, I just don't feel like the straight guys that I've met in my life, they would never do that.
I think it's just an attention thing.
Yeah.
Really, it's just the same thing as a woman showing her ass,
right?
Or taking a picture of like face down, ass up with the reverse camera view and the ass.
That's hard to do.
And it's just the caption is got that bust down Fiji, and then when the 6 guys in the comments or the DMs like so what's up, and it's I hate men. It's like, well,
I know.
Yeah, I just don't like. I will never go out with somebody.
But it all depends on how the men slide in the DMs, though. Because if they're going in there thirsty just because they saw ass, why can't you come in a little different?
So with something like that presented, though, what's an acceptable
just
slide in a DM?
Just hey, you're attractive. Can I take you out? Why does it have to be tongue out? Wet drops everywhere.
Okay, it can be that, but then there's been responses where you're commenting or replying off of a picture of me showing my ass. But yet you want to take me out. Ugh, what kind of man are you? It's like, yo, what do you really want then?
Right.
What are you looking for? What's your expectation?
No, that
I do
make
believe
sense.
that guys are a little confused sometimes. Because like they don't know what to do.
Right.
But then you get I'm just appreciating my body. It's just, but I like looking at myself.
I think if the right guy, no matter what he does, no matter how he slides in the DM, whether it be a tongue out, whether it be, oh, can I take you out? You're attractive. I would like to get to know you. No matter how many guys send that out, if the right guy sends out the tongue, she's gonna respond in a positive way. If the right guy sends out, oh, you're attractive, I want to, but all the 10 other guys that are doing it that she's not attractive to, she's like, oh, why do guys do that?
Yeah. We want the attention from the one that we want it from, not from the ones that we don't. And it's unfortunate because there's times when guys will reach out and it's like, we're like, you just want somebody like to kind of to court you. Like whatever happened to that? And then you get somebody that wants to court you. Oh, I'd like to take you out, and gives a specific date, a time when they want to take you out. And it's like, oh God, not from him though.
Right. Because he's either not attractive or he just has too many baby mamas or there's just a lot going on and just like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not interested.
Or he's just not hood enough,
Oh, there we go. She likes the hood. She likes the hood. That's what that is. That's what that is.
Get them guns out. Pow, pow. No.
So moving on to our brand blast, we are going to allow our guests to shout out a brand blast from someone that he knows or knows of. So go ahead and you can shout out somebody for the brand blast.
Shout out to...
I know you know a lot of people.
Oh, man. First of all, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody if you're doing the damn thing.
Right.
Can I just say really quick before you, while you're thinking, thank you very much I just want to say anytime we come, you are so hospitable. Like, all we got to do, call you, you come grab us, you put us in the spot. We don't come out of pocket for nothing. And I know our bill be like, $400, but we don't come out of pocket for anything, food, hookah, drinks, whatever. So it's definitely appreciated because that's not always how it is, so.
I appreciate you guys, first of all, for having me and, second of all, for always coming through and showing love and support.
Yeah.
Of course. Definitely.
Obviously, for a long time.
Of course, yes.
For a long
We've
time.
known each other for a very long time. He did
time.
one of my first photo shoots when I moved to Jersey, and it was, we've done a few.
She's very supportive.
Oh yeah, buying your Untold bag, liking all your models and all them.
Yes, showing up at all the birthday parties.
Oh yes, I'm always there.
So
you can count on me.
No, absolutely.
For sure.
Someone's just from being in the South Jersey area, living Jason Richardson, the Charles J. Urbane / Avenue Black.
Okay.
They have a location. Sorry, I forget the exact address, but right in I want to say it's Turnersville, Blackwood.
Oh, okay.
Right where the old Burlington Coat Factory used to be.
Oh.
They have a new event space there. Avenue Black, that's their Instagram, Avenue Black, and then Urbane .us. Check them out. Event space, a place for all creatives to go, whether it be podcasts, photo shoots, networking, karaoke night, but then just really him in general. Jason, just because what he's accomplished, what he has going on, he's about to drop major clothes and major plans. So I won't reveal everything,
right.
but shout out to him. Hold it down, South Jersey.
I'll have to check it out.
But definitely proud of him.
Awesome. Very good. Yes, for sure. Well, thank you for that shout out. So Jay's going to give us our second shout out for the day. So that was our brand blast. This is our shout out.
Okay. So I wanted to give a shout out to Brow Brat. So I got my eyebrows micro shaded like 2 years ago, and I searched and searched and searched. I'm very particular about things I do. I don't care how long it takes me, as long as I find the right person to do it. And so I searched for a couple years, and I found this woman. I think her real name is Adriana. But anyway, so her Instagram is brow.brat. She's amazing. She does, it's honestly, when I first found her, she had like maybe, I don't know, less than 20,000 followers. Now she's like almost 60,000 followers. Like her business has grown so much, and she's phenomenal. She does phenomenal work. People fly all over the place to get her done. I got there before the prices went up so crazy high. But she's in New York. She's actually in New York. So she just moved. She's in Queens right now. Looks like Douglaston Parkway and Douglaston, Queens. So I'll reach out to her, brow.brat. Great work.
Awesome. Yeah, her Instagram is amazing. Those eyebrows are great. And her eyebrows 2 years, and they still look amazing.
I haven't gotten them touched up, but I probably should.
They look great. For sure. So our health tip today is just real quick. It's just listening to your body. I have, I work in the medical field. I have numerous patients talk about, my hip hurt, my back hurt. There's a lump on my shoulder. My chest have pressure, or I have pain. My fingertips are numb, and they just don't go see the doctor. And this happens all the time. I had someone recently that I used to work with. There was a lump on his back, and he was working, had this lump on his back, finally got it checked out, find out it was stage 4 cancer. He started getting chemotherapy, getting treated for it, and, unfortunately, months later, he was gone. Yeah. So if it was found earlier, then, maybe he would have had another 5 to 10 years to live. But, we have to pay attention to our bodies. If something isn't right, if we're feeling a tingling, a burning, a pain, a pressure, anything, a radiating pain, anything like that, dryness, if you're using the bathroom frequently, that's a sign that could potentially be diabetes. Like, there's so many things that your body's trying to tell you. You have to listen. Therefore, you can get checked out. You should all have a primary care doctor. I know not everybody has insurance. There's a lot of resources out there to at least be seen and checked out, have a physical. Sometimes it's like $100 to go to urgent care just to get a quick physical, just to, and then maybe find out what your options are of finding a primary care doctor that you can see at least annually. But definitely get your bodies checked and listen to what your body is trying to tell you. Okay, so just real quick. And our affirmation for the day.
Affirmation, a positive word. So this is just something that it was very dear to me. So I have, a lot of siblings, and my sister, right now how old is she? Dana is.
Don't give her age.
A couple years younger than me, because I'm 26. So she's.
There you go.
So she's a couple years younger than me, about 4 years, actually. And she she called me one day just like kind of like venting about some like family things going on. And she's like, you know what? I honestly give you so much credit for everything that you went through when you were trying to support all of us, like support my siblings, support like, you know, my mom and have the kids and, you know, all the things that you were going through. I give you so much support because, and I didn't realize, and I'm so sorry that I didn't realize it back then because I didn't make things easy. So that just meant a lot to me that finally, you know, over the years, now that she's a mom of, you know, 2 kids and in a place where she can actually reflect back and be like, you know, damn, I really appreciate you now. She's like, you looked me out for so many things. So now, baby sis, it's your turn. I need some bills paid.
So good. So a positive thing from that is just, you know, recognizing the people around you that are stepping up and doing stuff for you, regardless of how old you are. And just saying thank you, saying, I appreciate you. You made my life better in this way.
Right.
Or you made my day better in this way. So just letting people know that, you know, even as a child to a parent or a parent to you know, grandparents, whatever, just saying, you know what, thank you, your teachers, your, you know, doctors, whatever. Just saying thank you for being there for me. Thank you for taking care of me, looking out for me. Thank you for whatever this particular situation was that helped me through this day. Just even giving it back.
Even if it is something that, yes, they might have to do, it still is nice to feel appreciated and to feel like what you did is meaningful, you know? So
exactly. For sure. So any last words?
Yes.
Any other shout outs? Anything else?
Oh man, listen, I can't wait till you guys sign $1 million podcast contract.
Can you read what's on your pants, or can I read it? Can you?
You can read it. I can't.
All right,
I'm too fat. I can't see
oh my God. Okay, so it says,
shut up.
new adventures. Life is full of possibilities. Don't give up and keep going. And then the last line I can't really see. You will go through the darkness. Okay.
What brand
What's
is
the brand?
that? New design?
New design. I think I got this.
That's what it said.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's just,
That's
All
cute.
right.
proud of you guys. Keep going.
Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Can't wait to have the episode where you hosted at the club.
Oh, for sure.
You can host in front,
Coming soon.
host in front of the pool, have the hookah, swimwear dishes.
Okay, listen.
Let's
Say,
go.
is there a poll?
There's the pole.
Oh yeah, because she need to be on the poll. I still have a lot of work to do before I can get
my
on
God.
anybody's poll.
That's not true. She's on it.
Oh, I mean, it's not anybody's poll, but like on the poll, I gotta pull my body up.
What do you mean it was working in polls?
You were a dancer in your before life.
What does it
Is there a
matter?
poll in here?
She always dropping it though. I ain't gonna lie, she is always dropping it. So, well, thank you guys.
That C-stand is the closest thing. Come on, let's go.
Thank you all
Cut,
for
let's see. Let's see.
God.
to
Come
be
on.
continued. Poll.
$2,000 in the bet. Come
Behind
on.
the scenes. Okay.
Wait, but I'm her
$2,000.
manager, so.
Oh,
She gets,
Thanks, guys,
she
for
gets 50%.
coming. Thank you for watching.
Thank you,
watching,
guys.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for being our wonderful guests.
Yes, have a wonderful
Thank you for
day.
watching Tuesdays,
Bye.
every other Tuesday. Comment, subscribe,
Like, share.
Bye.